Today I'm gonna review Sennheiser Momentum over-ear headphones. I've owned them for almost 1 year, and we can start with looking at what's in the box, so to speak. Well, you get a carrying bag looking like this, and inside on the top you have a pocket, maybe you can see it there. And inside this pocket you can store your cords, your cables. And what cables do you get? You get one USB-C charging cable. It's USB-C in both ends. You also get a cable, so you can use them with a cable. It's not 3.5 millimeter in both ends. One is, but the other one is smaller. I don't know what measurements it has. And you get your headphones. I will start to speak about what I like about them. I like the sound. They have very good sound, but they are a little bit too bass heavy, and I will come back to that. I think the noise cancelling is decent to good. I would say good. I'm not used to noise cancelling, so for me they are good, but I heard better examples. I listened to one of Sony's most famous headphones. They are called, I don't know, yeah, exactly. And I would say these are not that good, but on the other hand, those Sony headphones are feels more plastic, yeah. So this brings me to the next good point about this. It's the build quality. I heard other reviewers speak about this, and we all seem to agree the build quality is very good. They are heavy. They are made of real leather up here, and it's metal here on the sides. You must be careful here. To put any piece of skin here, it can cause a lot of pain, especially your sensitive skin between your hands when you're using them like this. Just be aware of that. This section here is also leather. I had other headphones which the stitching didn't hold up and it was not real leather. I will show this here to you so you see how it can look when it becomes a problem. And these are very expensive from Denon, very expensive headphones from Denon. They look like this today. They sound good, but you don't really want to carry them around too much. Next thing I will mention is something I touched upon. It's the sound quality. It's a big sound stage with this. They are too bass heavy, if you ask me. And I think the only music that sounds really, really good on this is classical music, like a symphony. Maybe even metal, but it depends on your taste. For me, when I listen to acoustic music, they lack a little bit of the middle section. They are too bass heavy. And I think that's maybe a selling point today. I don't like it too much. I like it to be more balanced or with more emphasis on the middle section. The bass should not be out of control. I think they are a little bit on that side with these. For example, if you listen to Leonard Cohen's latest recordings, you will hear his voice goes down too deep. It's deep already, but it should not be that deep that the mumbling or the very deep sections take overhand or become when you get a feeling that they are uncontrolled. So I would say that that's a slight minus. So when we come to the neutral part, things that it's just there, I don't really value it good or bad, or it doesn't bother me. I would say the battery, it's good. It's nothing to complain about. I cannot even give you any number for how long they last. Noise cancelling, it is good, but I heard better. So it depends on what you will use them for. I will I could say I'm not a fan of using these in a town or anything. I use them in the car mostly because that's where the noise I want to get rid of is. So, and I think they work good for that kind of noise. I would say also Bluetooth. Bluetooth is neutral. I prefer corded headphones, but I can't say it's bad sound from Bluetooth. It's just neutral for me. Another thing, it could be maybe on the bad side, but we're heading there to the bad sides or the cons. I would say is that after maybe 30 minutes or so, you can become a little bit tired in your head from wearing these. They are not too tight. They don't sit too tight over the head. It's just after maybe 30 minutes, you start to feel it. Depends on your on the size of your head, of course. So moving on to the minuses. I would say the bass heaviness. They are bass heavy. It's too much happening down there in the bass section, and for me it's a problem. One minus is this carrying bag. It's not very sturdy. It's only like the top and the bottom, which is a bit sturdy, and here it's more soft. Well, I wouldn't want to be without it, but it could also be much better. What I like about it is that it has this pocket here. It's very practical. So these are middle to bad things. What I think is the most serious problem with these headphones, it is the sensitivity of the sensors inside. It shuts the music off sometimes by the slightest move of your head. This is better some days. For example, today I didn't notice it, but other days when I move my head, for example, you sit in the car, you drive and you move your head like this. The music shuts off for a second. And I think that's bad. But I think also I heard that you can use a mobile app to fix the sensitivity. If that's correct, I don't know if it's correct. If it's correct, I think it's a good idea. Because some days these are too sensitive. And it makes it very, what you say, irritable. Or it makes me irritated by listening to headphones that shuts off the music when I move the head, for example. That means you need to be fixed forward. Well, when you drive a car, it's important, but you cannot have your head fixed like that all the time. You need to be able to move your head, and also if you use them in a town. So the sensors or whatever it is that sense, because I think the thing is that when you take them off your head, they shut the music off, and I could live without that. Actually, I could live with pressing a button instead of having sensors which shuts the music off when I don't want them to. So I think Sennheiser needs to work on some better solution than that you have to download an app to be able to enjoy them. But I will also repeat that this is not a consistent problem. Some days it's worse. Some days I don't notice it at all, and I don't know why that is.